Hello, disc golf fans. Welcome back to round 3, the back 9 of the 2023 Grip Equipment Kansas City Wide Open presented by Dynamic Discs. You're watching the FPO coverage, and I'm Handley, joined by Allie Smith. We're both sitting on this feature card today, battling it out for the win.
It's an exciting front 9. You can see here Lisa has taken the lead, shooting 3 down for the round, leaving her at 2 down. I've shot +3. I'm at 1 up for the event, as well as Hannah Huynh. And Holland has shot even for the front 9 and is 5 up.
Yeah, so far Lisa has taken control of this round, but we're going to try to catch up here on the back 9.
Hole 10, we've got a par 3. We are looking to shoot over the tall grass that is all out of bounds. And usually we've been having like a right to left wind. This is one of those holes Holland's been saying we want to be long. Do not leave it short. Don't leave it wide. Make sure you are landing inbounds to give yourself a birdie or a par opportunity.
Yeah, and really no wind to speak of on this day. Maybe a tickle of a tailwind, but not dealing with that same crosswind we had in practice.
Oh, that's so long.
Hannah rips one out there, drifts it out right, and it has stability to come back in, maybe inside the circle, maybe just out.
That was a smash. It's harder than it looks to get the distance going that hyzer line. I'm trying to take a little bit more of a low hyzer, kind of a straight line.
Very straight. And it looks like in a similar position as Hannah, inside the circle.
Yeah, the green does kind of open up a bit more on that right side. As we see Lisa not even wanting to contend with the out of bounds, perfectly happy to play with par.
Oh, thanks, man.
I'm just laying up.
But yeah, that the green does open up on the right side, so it is a good play to kind of aim for about 20-25 feet right. And this is a little yanked from you, I think. And yeah, you find the OB.
Yeah, that was a little yanked right. Found the OB. We'll see where we're going to give my lie. And here is Lisa's approach over after the layup.
Yeah, she kind of buzzes the basket a little bit.
did.
She's deep.
All right, my depth perception's weird.
I'll take my meter in.
And so this was a provisional. We weren't sure, if you crossed in, we didn't lay eyes on it. So kind of as a good general rule of thumb, if you don't actually lay eyes on the disc, it's a good idea to just go ahead and call it provisional.
I've learned that lesson early in my career to always check to make sure your lie is where it is.
Yeah, our spotters, they do our best, or they do their best, but they are not infallible.
They're not everywhere either.
True. They're not everywhere either. Yeah.
There's a lot of out of bounds. Hannah just tickles the chain.
Look like her disc maybe sliced inbounds.
Allie's drive. That
green
green
right
one
here?
here. Was it wide or was it kind of coming?
No, I would say it's sliced in.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe
Barely a
maybe
corner.
I would take it. Yeah, so just having a little conversation with this spotter. He confirmed that it did cross inbounds.
And I'll just lay that up and be content with walking away with the bogey. That was actually pretty big for me there because I left that provisional upshot kind of short. I think I was maybe outside of the circle even. So
Yeah.
now I have a bullseye for bogey versus a circle 2 for bogey.
Yeah, and an uncharacteristic air ball from Lisa.
Dead center for Holland, taking home the birdie. Great work. 31%. A third of us got a birdie on this today.
Yeah, with the wind being down, this plate actually is the 3rd easiest hole.
Wow. That's awesome. And that just shows the growth in the FPO field. 336. Getting it there.
Oh no, Anna.
Just
A couple strange missed putts on the card, especially given that the wind is down. It's possible, everyone's doing a little bit of a score check. Maybe the nerves are starting to settle in a little bit. It's also possible, sometimes you just miss.
we are human. And Lisa, after that miss from her layup, will take a bogey.
Holding enough discs there.
I do have a few. So Holland takes the birdie on hole 10, and the 3 of us, unfortunately, are out with a bogey.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about that. Finally taking some strokes on you guys after being so far back.
Hole 11. The drone's gonna fly through the tighter gap in the middle. You'll see both this gap and the wide right hyzer gap thrown from the lead card. This is a par 3. As we've mentioned, the wind is pretty down, so just get it to the pin. That's really the goal, however you can do so. Like I said, you'll see 2 approaches from the card today. It is on a mound, OB all around. Holland is going to show us the hyzer right-hand gap that's been cleared pretty generously for us.
Yeah, I feel like this is the play. If you've got the distance, just focus on hitting the gap. And I'm right there on that side hill. Very
Well
happy
done.
with that.
Absolutely.
Looks like Hannah's lining up a similar line.
I'm excited for the off week because I'm going to throw this line.
You're going to go try it
Yeah.
finally. Nice. And Hannah, she gets that a little bit more nose up, ends up on the left side, and that's a really great spot.
Lisa, on the other hand, is going to go through the middle. You just need to avoid that tree.
Ooh.
Good little flex there. See if the disc is stable enough. Sure is. And that'll be inside the circle. Little uphill putt. I've thrown through this gap most of my time playing here, so I'll continue to do so. Hit the gap pretty solidly, pretty straight. Little skip, and I am outside the circle, so happy with hitting the gap there. So I will be out first.
Nice.
I committed to that one. I was feeling it. I was like, I can't give up another stroke here.
No, I mean, everyone else is pretty close, within 20 feet.
Yeah, that was
Nice
one
little
felt
bounce
nice.
back there after the bogey.
A little short, unfortunately, for Hannah. But it sat down and she'll get out of there with a par. And another birdie for Lisa.
Yeah, pretty uphill from where she was. If you end up on the right side, it does become a more apparent uphill putt. So really nice job there.
And in.
A little low, little left, but we're in.
Count it. Played that hole pretty well.
Yeah, Hannah did joke that she ruined the star frame. We'll forgive her, though. We like her too much.
Hole 12, par 4. We are throwing from the short pad here. The goal is to hit the gap, throw it straight, and as far down the gap as possible. There is a out of bounds on the right if you happen to get an unfortunate kick. We're just looking to keep it in the fairway right down the middle before we can approach towards the basket, climb the hill. What do you got to say here, Holland?
I mean, I think you said it, really just straight, far. Hopefully you're not too tucked behind any trees and you can get something up here into this gap. It did play as the second most difficult hole.
Okay. There's a lot to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this gap, if you hit it, you can get really far, but if you do happen to snag an early tree, you're looking at bogey at best.
And you may have just heard someone yell in Holland's backswing. She did not hear that.
Shut up, Brian!
She crushes it way down the fairway. Lisa looking to follow suit.
This looks a little pulled. Yeah, and she gets that early kick. She did at least get past that initial group of trees on the left, so if she can manage 2 good shots from there, par is definitely in play. This looks great from you. Yeah, nice little. Oh man, that tree robbed you probably another 20 feet of skip there, but you're in the middle of the fairway.
Finally able to throw a low, pushing fairway straight on this hole. So that's a nice position. Let's see what Hannah can do.
Hannah.
A little high, but it's pushing.
Yeah, this is gonna end up, on that left
Wow.
spot, but she's not so far left. She got way down there.
Mm-hmm. That's actually where the gold position used to be before they
Okay.
made the new longer
Yeah, it looks
position.
like it was intended for a pin. That was a good out for
That was
Lisa.
good. That's right in the middle. You can see now she's looking straight at the basket. A low driver, pushing forward, a little skip.
Wow.
Almost hits the pole.
What a beautiful shot.
That was fabulous. So from my drive, I'm looking to just push a forehand through anything. I couldn't really hit the big main gap based on the way the trees were in my way, but I'm able to make it work, and I'm right there in the bullseye.
Yeah, it was beautifully done. You kind of do have to, like you said, from where you were, you have to go wide of kind of those trees. Otherwise, you're going to end up with probably a 40-footer. For how far I got, I had a really awkward stance, and I loved how I hit the gap, but unfortunately, pretty mean slow roll. I mean, that hit the ground maybe 35 feet, and now I'm at the edge of circle 2.
Fortunate not to go behind any of those trees, but that was rude, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't too upset about that one. And she buzzing the basket.
Beautiful
Good
flex
shot.
Anheuser release there on the forehand from Hannah.
Yeah, a little fist bump from the caddy. They had a really nice energy all day. It was cool to
They sure did.
cool to be with. And I'm determined to give this a bid. I feel a little robbed, but just a little left.
It was far and uphill.
Here's Hannah. Man, the putting woes kind of continuing. That's 4 putts in a row now.
Yeah, pulled it a little right there. And you can see her shaking her hands. It was the hottest day we've had in the event, so maybe some sweat issues, but she makes good on the par, shakes it off.
Yeah, she did take time to go and clean off her putter and get some chalk there. Just tapping in a par.
Yeah, unfortunate after the lace drive, but no harm there.
Yeah, I mean, it did, like I said, it played the second hardest hole of the day. No harm, no foul. To take a 4. And then you've got an absolute tap-in.
Definitely a bonus for me.
One of 3 birdies on the day. Also birdieing this hole was Cadence Burge and Emma Arp.
Way to go. It's a fun hole to play.
Yeah, so after 12 holes, Lisa still holding on to the lead, but you've closed it now to 2. Hannah and I'm starting to charge. I'm only 5 back.
Billy Rossini and I go back to 2007, I believe. Billy was one of the guys that was actually sponsored in Charlotte by Innova. He said, hey, here's my product, and I was already in. All the scoring that we do in our sport now is all digital. Having some sort of backup power source is gonna be really important. We feel that it's good quality product. And having the stash pack that holds the cable that connects to any device, it just works. It's not just my business partner, it's my friend. And so that's why this thing really works for me.
Welcome back. Hole 13, par 3. Well, we call it the cornhole, but it's all tall grass. There is tall grass on the right and the left. Most of the field here is laying up into the safe bubble, looking to throw something slow, a mid-range putter, and then repeat that again and pitch it up to the basket to hopefully walk away with a par. There is one person trying to go for the pin. That would be
You bet there is. You won't see me laying up a 364-foot hole.
Oh man, it's.
Although I bogeyed it twice, so maybe I should.
Let's see what today holds. I'm just throwing a mid-range up, making the correction from yesterday. I threw it way nose up yesterday. I'm very happy with
right in the middle of the landing
Throw.
zone.
Yep. Perfect placement for me.
Now, prior rounds, I've yanked this one in the tree, so I'm trying to aim a little bit more to the left. And I kind of yanked it again.
Over the porta potty.
No, it's
Skip
in.
in.
It's in. It's in.
And you can hear him yelling, "It's in, it's in."
Really?
We're shocked.
How the heck that's green? That should be red. But okay.
But okay, we'll take it.
Like, yeah, we'll take those. But yeah, I was not happy with how that looked out of the hand, but I found the one little tiny gap on that right side.
Lisa pitching up the forehand. Kind of like the forehand as the first shot. The grass isn't so tall. It's nothing really to be afraid of, but we can do this like Hannah's done. So really, dealer's choice on your first shot, unless you're Holland.
Yeah, Hannah just picking up the same disc, chucking it right to the edge of the bullseye.
Well done.
Perfect.
This hole has kind of become a check on, can you throw 150 feet twice?
Ooh, Lisa coming in a little hot. Maybe she's trying to give that one a bit of a run.
She's been buzzing the basket on kind of like every hole.
Yeah. It doesn't really need to, though. She is sitting at on a 2-stroke lead at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're a little high and left.
Yeah.
You have a tester.
Yep. I'm still like, ugh, this hole, I'm still throwing it too long. Let's see what Holland can do after that amazing
Yeah,
drive.
got a really nice break there. You're going to try to capitalize.
Dead center. Just never had a chance to not be in. That was great.
Yeah, kind of just shrugging there. Not really sure how I got away with that one.
Got to be the only two on the whole weekend.
Yeah, the only two on the whole weekend. I think the only C1 in regulation
Right.
or C2 in regulation.
Gotta be.
Yeah, I imagine they're going to change this hole a little bit for the FPO next year. You know, everyone played it the best they could, but it's just not that interesting
Right.
to watch everyone just chuck 2 pars.
Fair. So I'm stoked. Like I said, I got a par. Last year, I don't think I ever parred it. I think I took bogeys and
Wow.
worse. I don't know. It was my nemesis hole, so it felt good to conquer it.
And Lisa, an uncharacteristic miss there. Kind of giving one up.
Sure is, unfortunately, for Lisa. Takes her extra second here.
Yeah.
And it's in.
Yeah, and so the gap will close to 1. Now you're sitting at even, Lisa at 1 back. And then Hannah and myself are only at 2 over. Now 3 off of the lead.
It's a race. And we've got 5 holes left. Hole 14, a par 4. We've got OB on the left and the right. The right is a bunch of tall trees that we're trying to navigate around. You can throw a forehand, you can throw a turnover backhand. You realistically want something that's gonna land safe in this here fairway, avoiding the OB tall grass, and then pitching something down to this basket. It is sloping down to the water, and it's got some grass that wants to skip, but maybe doesn't want to skip in other parts as well.
Yeah, really tricky green to navigate. I believe we're all taking the traditional corner, but we did see Deanne Carey throw a huge hyzer over all of the trees in round 1.
A very fun shot.
So there is an aggressive line if you want it. I'm not interested in that. I'm just going to check my zone around the corner.
And in position, can clearly see the basket. Pretty standard. I'm going to be doing the same thing, but not a zone. I'll just trust my hurricane.
Not a hurricane.
No. Almost get a skip, skip straight, but I'm fine. Safe inbounds. Hannah likes the backhand turnover.
Yeah, she's going for some big distance here.
We didn't have a lot of wind though, and it unfortunately allows that disc to unravel way out there. It had
Yeah, that was an aggressive line from Hannah. And Lisa also opting for this forehand line. I feel like with how short this hole is, if you've got this sidearm, it really is the play.
Yep. Lisa is going to go to the backhand. I
Yeah,
believe this is just a layup play from her. I don't think she wanted to face the basket there.
Yeah, so she's probably, what, edge of circle 2 there?
I think so. A
And
little
then-
slip.
Yeah, a little slip, but basically hit the line I was going for. Unfortunately, I don't really get too much of a skip. It's like if you hit just outside circle, no skip. You hit just inside circle, huge skip.
60-foot skip.
So yeah,
I
you're
kinda slipped
almost
too.
just banking on a 30-footer, which is about what you'll have.
Sounds
Your,
like-
your
yep,
high right
exactly.
side, I'll be high left side,
Mhm.
hanging out.
You know,
Hannah a little closer because of how aggressive she went, and she's able to actually park the hole. Really nice recovery shot.
absolutely. Okay, she's not edge of circle 2. I mean,
She opts not to run it though.
she doesn't.
She's happy with her one-stroke lead and maintaining that. She's kind of daring you or I to make that putt.
Sure is. And it's a very scary putt for her.
Yeah, that one felt low out of the hand, but just managed to sneak it over the rim. And at this point, I am aware of what the scores are, so get a little fist bump there.
That's a big one. 4 down on the back 9. So it's a clean looking card there. I'm lining up this. I really would love to make it. I'm going to give it a full confident bid.
Yeah, this would tie it up. Dang.
Not to be. Chain out left. I was fortunate for that not to roll away.
Yeah, were you aware of the scores there? Did you know that was to tie?
Nope. Did not.
You're just letting Mary take care of that
Sure
information
was.
for you?
Yep.
It's always interesting to see the players who, they don't want to know that because they don't want the added pressure. And then, some players, they want the extra little bit to kind of help them focus.
Yeah. I think my mind is it wouldn't change how I would play the next hole. I'm still going to follow what I've practiced and still replicate that. Don't need the added stress. Is kind of how I feel. Hannah to save her par. Well
There we
done.
go. Good
That was a
putt.
great forehand approach for her.
Yeah, this is, like we said, almost impossible to park this hole. So really nice. And Lisa, happy to take her 4.
Yep.
And she will maintain a one-stroke lead.
Here we all are at hole 15. There are 2 gaps off the tee. We'll see our competitors throw on this lead card. The drone's flying through the left. The left gap, you would be chipping a forehand. You could get aggressive and really blast a forehand. I don't think any of our competitors are doing that with the pond being right there and a lot of green trees to hit. So try to pitch it over the pond on the second shot and give yourself a drop in par. If you choose to throw the right hand side, you're throwing a backhand, just trying to get up there as far as possible. So I think we're going to see Holland throwing that backhand right side gap.
Yeah, I'm just trying to take an overstable fairway, maybe get a little bit of a skip, really just playing for like a 40-footer.
Gets a ricochet. Oh,
Yeah, that was pretty brutal, considering, it was a little bit inside, tickled a tree, and then I'm not really sure what else I hit. I think I would have had to hit another tree for that to happen, but unfortunately I do find the water.
yeah. And I'm just chipping up my zone. I've done this in the first 2 rounds. That's my play here. And Lisa's switching it up. She went backhand, forehand, and now backhand on round 3. But finds an early tree and be a little out of position.
Yep.
That's the line.
Get a skip.
Perfectly done. She might have some stuff in her way, but really that's the best you're going to do going that right side line is just playing for kind of a mid to deep circle 2 putt. Oh, that needs to miss the trees. That's
Well
deep.
done. She had
That's
an awkward
deep.
stance. She was kind of had more of an ultimate stance than a
Yeah.
disc golf forehand stance.
And you're picking up that same zone.
Doing the same thing. Chip, chip.
Easy, easy. And then I'm got kind of an awkward spot, so I'm just opting to do a little hyzer jump putt around the trees. I want to make sure I don't tag any leaves or do anything silly.
Right. You didn't really have a line otherwise. Oh, Hannah gives it a soft little run.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a layup or a run. She might have been laying that up, knowing that she's missed a couple shorties.
Right.
Doesn't want to tempt fate. And then Lisa,
That's big for Lisa.
yeah, she needed that. That was to stay in the stay in the lead.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't need to be dropping any more strokes.
There it is, a bogey. Unfortunate. That
Yeah,
drive off the tree was
that one
was
stings a
mean.
little bit. Whole point of taking the right gap is to not have the water in play. But I
Yep.
mean, that's disc golf. Sometimes you get good breaks, sometimes you get bad breaks. Just 2 holes ago, I got an amazing break. So
Very true. Very
it
true.
always evens out. Someone trying to
Has her in the backswing. Who knows?
All right, after 15 holes, Lisa's still in the lead by 1 stroke. Allie's sitting at even, and then Hannah and myself kind of still making a charge. We're only 3 back with only 3 to play.
Yeah, it's getting scary. Hole 16, par 4. We've got to climb this hill with OB on the left, so you can't have it hyzer out too much, and you don't want to go on the right side as it's a pretty rough into the woods there. Looking to climb the hill as much as possible, and then looking to approach the basket. If you can get on top of this hill, you'll be able to see at least the flag. I prefer the forehand approach just so I can navigate away from the out of bounds and trust to put it where I would like it to be. Let's see what we can do. It's aggressively uphill, so I'm trying to really try to throw it nose up to get some distance, and pretty good execution there. Inbound safe. Happy with that drive.
Yeah, so far this weekend, this has been playing as one of the easier holes. So with how tight things are, this really feels like a must-get birdie.
And Lisa puts it up there. She'll be able to...
Yeah, she may be a little short to actually be looking at the basket, but really good placement. This is a smash from Hannah.
This is, great height.
Can she get all the way to the top? Yeah, she'll probably be looking at the basket. She'll at least she'll be seeing the flag.
This looks a little early, but
She flippy.
she's flippy. Yeah,
She plenty flippy.
Yep. That'll do. Step 1 done.
Yeah, Lisa not able to see the basket, but going to the backhand.
She's just going to trust a mid-range here.
Yeah, a little short.
It does
She's
curl
got
in
a bit
circle.
of a scary putt there.
Sure does.
And then you can probably see the flag from there. I love the width on this. With the forehand, you have to feel like you yanked it, because that looked like you yanked it wide, and now you're almost in the tree line on the right.
Right.
It's crazy.
My caddy did ask if I wanted to throw a slower disc, and I should have hindsight, but
Yeah, I liked this out of the hand, but similar to yours, it came in just a little hot. 5 feet shorter, parked. About 5 feet long, circle's edge. And then Hannah kind of skimming the hillside there, and she's got a pretty similar putt to Lisa.
we showed the dichotomy of the result there, longs and shorts. Oh, and a chain out.
I loved the height on it, but it was just a little bit not like diving in. It was hyzering out. Unfortunate miss.
Oh.
But Lisa misses as well, so haven't lost any strokes to her.
She knew it out of the hand. She was unhappy with that putt.
Yeah, I think you could feel the energy of the card getting a little bit more tight here. Everyone kind of understands what the situation is. Looks
Coming
like
down to the wire.
Hannah chalked the heck out of her hand. Look. Yeah, she's not leaving anything to chance. She wants this birdie. And she gets it. Bogey.
Dead center. That is a birdie.
Amazing birdie right
for
there.
Hannah Wynn.
Very clutch.
And Holland's cleaning up a par. Lisa's also cleaning up a par. And I'll do so. Following suit. So great birdie for Hannah there. Scary putt. Hole 17. 2 left. Par 4. You got to hit a tight gap off the tee pad. You really have to trust your disc to push through the gap while still finishing to the left. With that being said, you can see a lot of the times we may yank it to the right, really trying to force the disc to do some work. It's a turn to the left, and we're climbing a hill It's about 150 feet up this hill. It's a tough 4. It is a tough hole.
Yeah, played as the 4th most difficult on the day.
4th? That's not as bad as I thought.
Yeah, it's not long, but this tee shot is really technical. As we see, Hannah gets that early left kick.
It's low. Yeah, gets a brutal kick left.
Yeah, that's you can salvage a par from there, but it's going to take 2 pretty perfect shots. You hit the gap. And I mean, yeah, you don't throw that any better. That was perfect.
Could not have asked for a better throw there. I was very happy after that drive. Yeah, fist bump there. I know that was pretty big.
Lisa's turned.
Yeah, that was turned and ricochets into the left stuff. We'll see what she's left with.
Yeah, she got through the initial gap, so she may be able to manufacture something.
Holland's throwing a slow disc here.
Yep, just trying to punch a putter up there. That's
Oh,
what
wow.
happened.
A lot of
Okay.
action there.
Yeah, hitting that inside tree. That might have been a good kick. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, good result, regardless.
I mean, yeah, I'll take that. I mean, I hit first available the other 2 rounds, so I'm pretty stoked about that.
Hannah's just trying to get into position. Knows you got to throw something. Sweeping.
Yep, she's at the corner. She's gonna have those trees to contend with, but pretty good result considering where she was. And then Lisa went back and forth through a bunch of discs, and decided ultimately just to kind of pitch out a little forehand, kind of take her medicine here.
Tough lie.
And yeah, she really didn't get far enough to try and go for the green, so she's pitching up again.
Throws that one a little too high. Catches some leaves. And unfortunately is putting her short of the gap to turn up the hill.
Yeah, that was pretty good from Hannah.
It's really good.
It's so hard to throw a backhand up this hill if you're not in the absolute perfect position, and that's why I decided to go with this a little bit more aggressive play to try and pan a zone up to the top of the hill.
Didn't get the skip you should have.
I was expecting a little bit more of a pan. I mean, I lost my ESP zone earlier in the round. That's usually what I would like to throw for that kind of shot. The Z is a little bit more stable, so I was kind of expecting a pan.
Let's see where it went. Sorry.
And Lisa there knows she needs to try to get this disc to the pin, and unfortunately finds some trees up high. Kicks right down.
Yeah, it feels like the wheels are kind of coming off there for Lisa, and you kind of do the same thing.
Yeah, it was just wide open. There was so much
Yeah.
space that I yanked that way wide and right.
Maybe almost a little too excited.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely been there. There's a good shot from Lisa.
Yeah, there you go. I definitely squandered that drive. That's
Yeah,
okay.
Lisa knows she's going to be losing the lead here. I feel like maybe that's starting to get into her head just a little bit.
The best I have is this Anheuser breaker out
That was really nicely done. I mean, that could have derailed very quickly.
very quickly.
As you stand to gain the lead here if you can manage to just play this hole clean. A little soft bid from
Soft
Hannah.
bid, yeah, absolutely. But to get out of there with a bogey is pretty great work for Hannah.
Yeah, I'm going to this straddle circle 2 putt. Not a putt that I love to have to make, but
That you get to. That was awesome. Crowd went nuts.
yeah, that one felt good. I knew what that was.
I told her to come over and give me some. I needed a fist bump that. That was awesome. And gave me that
Ooh.
confidence to bang that par putt. That was big.
And
I'm
you knew.
stoked. I knew.
You knew what that was, yeah. You knew
Yeah,
that
it was
was to gain the lead off of Lisa.
Yep. Big swing on hole 17. Lisa will tap in her double bogey.
Double bogey, dang.
So a 2-stroke swing for between Lisa and myself, and a 3-stroke swing between Lisa and you.
Yeah, and she drops one to
Yeah, and drops one to Hannah.
yeah. lot happening here down the stretch.
Hole 18. We have our par 5. I think it's our only par 5. You're going to navigate around these trees. Do not hit these trees, throwing a backhand hyzer up the hill. There is a cleared out space on the right that the drone is avoiding. You can land up on this left space before approaching this safe bubble. And all of the tall grass you see is out of bounds. From the bubble, we're looking to throw uphill over the tall grass again, landing us near the pin. The green is pretty small. There is out of bounds behind and in front, so really need to be precise with that last shot.
Now I'm trying to go aggressive here and just leave it low. Yeah, you can hear I'm a little frustrated there. I was hoping to bomb a nuke and maybe get in position to try and get a 3 on the hole, but I'm just stuck at the top of the hill.
I'm just throwing my pretty stock hyzer disc that I've been
Ooh, nice little forward roll.
A good roll. I'm in great position to hopefully be able to approach that landing bubble.
And Hannah kind of flirts with that tree a little bit. Didn't quite give that one the height, but that's not a bad position. And Lisa also flirting with that tree. And she'll be at the top of the hill.
Lisa opts to go around the tree this round. First 2 rounds, she went in between the two. More of a flex play.
Yeah, and so I've got this extra tricky spot. I'm quite a bit further back than I like to be, so I'm just trying to punch an overstable forehand and find that second landing zone.
Hits that gap. Woo! Skip from out of bounds. Safe inbounds.
Yeah, so the aggressive play gone awry did not cost me there.
And Hannah gets to take the backhand cleared
that
gap.
Got so sneaky. She split the V tree, keeps it in bounds.
Safe. That was
Very
great.
nicely done. And Lisa also a little bit further back than maybe you'd like to be, so she's also going to this forehand. And just like doesn't quite give it the pop it needs. And she'll find the out of bounds.
Yeah, it didn't look like enough follow through and commitment with the height, with the way that it slopes down.
Yeah, I know. I ranged the shot from where I was, and I was kind of surprised at how short I landed. It played about 20, 30 feet further than it actually ranged, despite being downhill.
I trust my bonds. I've thrown this now 3 times around. Nice hyzer forehand right in the middle of the bubble.
Yep, just executing beautifully coming down the stretch. Lisa, this is probably 380.
Aggressively uphill.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see her go for that. I mean, having practiced trying to get the eagle on this hole and knowing how hard it is to get that distance, I'm really surprised to see her go for that.
She did go back and forth. She had a putter out at once and was going to lay it up, but I think she kind of knew with the scores that she had to give it a go.
Yep, and I'm going with a buzz. I feel like I left this too low, but I'm fortunate to actually get all the way up there, so keeping the pressure on you a little bit.
Yeah, that's for sure. Hannah is up next. From a standstill. I mentioned this earlier in the round. She has so much power from a standstill.
Yeah, that's a really good skill to have, actually. This tournament's making me want to kind of revisit that. But yeah, she gets a ton of power. She's parked.
That was amazing.
I mean, really just ideal position.
Yep, I've been here twice before. Same disc in my hand. Essentially, as that's on the ground, just a little less stable. I'm telling myself, throw it long. Go OB long. That's fine. I know I won't do that. I give it hyzer. I just want it to be safe. I throw it a little long.
You almost do it.
I sure did, but I executed my goal. I did it. That's what I wanted to do. I'm feeling pretty confident about making that putt.
Mm-hmm. So Lisa throwing from where she was last inbounds. Giving this one a little more pop. Yeah, no
That's
problem.
it. Yep.
She's safe.
for Holland's birdie.
Yeah, and I knew that out of my hand. I mean, not gonna lie, once I saw where you were at, I was not fully committed to it. At this point, I wanted first place or nothing, really.
Right. That's fair. That's fair. Lisa taking an extra second to think about this one.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Unfortunate miss there.
Really
though.
rough finishing holes for Lisa there.
Hannah's going to go ahead and
Yeah.
tap out.
She's trying to tap out so that you can be the last one to putt.
Great
Yep.
birdie from Hannah.
And that will secure her at least a tie for second place.
I do take...
I was going to ask if you wanted me to tap out first, but you were so focused.
So in.
I
I
didn't
was zoned in.
I didn't want to mess with you.
Took my meter in, double checked that my foot was in bounds. And I put it in.
There she is. Kansas City Wide Open champion Allie Smith.
What an amazing feeling for me, winning it at home. My friends, family, all of my sponsors are there. It was an amazing day for me, amazing weekend, a battle. Hugging my caddy and fiance, Mary here, hilarious. There's Holland's
There
putt.
we go. Yeah, I was like, so do I just immediately putt or?
I guess Ella Hansen had actually texted Mary and was like, why did she putt that? Why didn't she lay it up? I had to putt it. I was too scared to miss the layup.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And you can't lay up a 25.
Allie Smith.
Come on. You don't need to lay up a 24.
And I am sponsored by Underpar, so I had to try and finish the
Yes.
event Underpar.
That's fair. Yeah, we got to be on brand above all else.
This was special. Winning one, winning at home two. Oh, it was very cool. And that's my mom. And it's my dad.
They're rocking the Alley shirts.
Yeah.
You did it. You fought for it and you got it.
Oh,
Thank you so much, everybody.
she speaks words of truth.
All right, we're here with Allie Smith, your FPO champion of the 41st annual Kansas City Wide Open. Allie, your first win on tour literally in front of your hometown crowd. Can you describe the emotions that you're feeling right now for us?
I'm so blessed, happy, excited. It was the most fun I've had playing disc golf in a long time. Everyone got to experience it with me. I play this course every day during the summer for about 3 years. This is the place I learned to play disc golf. So bringing this home means the world to me. I lost it last year here, and I won it as an amateur, but like being able to fight and take it home in front of everybody just means the world. Like everyone is here who supports me, my family, my friends, sponsors even came all the way here. So I just, I quit teaching to try to be a disc golfer, and this makes me feel like I made the right decision. And I can't believe that I'm here. Thank you to everybody. Thank you so much.
Allie, what's next? What do you have next on your schedule?
I get 2 weeks at home, fortunately, so I get to stay home and cherish the win. And then Mid-America Open, back still in Missouri and Columbia, before heading to Ledgestone.
How is this win at a silver event going to help you the rest of the way at the elite events and the majors?
That's a great question. It gives me confidence that I can compete. I came from being an amateur very, very shortly a few years ago, and having that imposter syndrome, definitely I think a lot of FPO players have that, but we all do have the distance, the power, and the ability to compete with these top contenders that have always been, you can see for the last 10 years, been on the top of the leaderboard. And so this helps me feel like I can compete. I have the skills, I have the ability to do this.
Can you give us an insight into what was going on in your mind after hole 3? You came into the day with this 2-stroke lead, and after that hole you were 2 strokes behind the leader.
Right. I get past hole 2, which was actually what I was more afraid of after taking the 6 in round 2. I get out with just a bogey. I'm feeling good. I missed the gap off the tee, and my approach shot up to the basket is OB, so I'm throwing from OB for 5, and I'm like, okay, I got it up there, and I missed a really short putt. I just tried to tell myself, shake it off. There's so much golf left. This is your home course. You know every hole. You've been in every bad position on each hole that you can be, so you can always battle back. And I knew if I just kept fighting and kept playing in my ability that it was going to happen. And it didn't matter what everyone else was doing. I was going to throw the shot that I knew I could execute.
Is there anything you'd like to share with the fans at home?
Thank you. You can do it. If you are unhappy with maybe what you're pursuing and you find something else, give it a try. You have to give yourself a chance to be happy, and you can do it.
Allie, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Well, there you have it. Allie Smith is your Kansas City Wide Open champion. Man, I'm so proud of you, bud.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I was getting to sit with you. And then talk about it again. Thank you.
Yeah, it was a good time. We got myself and Hannah tied for second, Lisa dropping down to fourth, and then the other local, Casey Pennington, pushing up into fifth place with a 1-down round.
What a battle.
What a battle.
You
What
shot
a day.
4 down.
And now you get to go just like chill for 2 weeks as the champ. So
Cool feeling.
awesome. Yeah. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching FPO. And we will see you in the next one, Mid-America Open.
Thank you so much.